right, well, thanks so much, Lebedoff. We're going to take a look now at the national map. We're going to zoom it out here a little bit. We're going to take a look at our current temperatures right now. As you can see, this evening we've got a wide variation in our temperatures. 52, a little bit chilly up in Boston, where it's been a little bit clearer than much of the east today, and more mild as we come out to the west. 66 in Minneapolis, muggy and sticky, 83 down in New Orleans right now, and as we turn to the west, we see slightly more mild, 61 in Denver, 68 in San Francisco, and a scorching 96 right now in Phoenix still. Satellite and radar shows we've got a giant system over here along the east. It's taking care of everything from the Great Plains all the way through the Ohio River Valley, up into New England, and all the way down back here into Florida. Out west, not quite as much going on. It's a beautiful day they've had out this way. Cold front coming in, just a slight one that's going to be bringing some more stuff this way and changing weather across the country quite a bit this week. Let's take a look at the airport delays right now. As we saw, most of the rain was down in the southeast, so this is very consistent. We see 60-minute delays right now in Fort Lauderdale, 30 as well in Miami, and Hartsfield there in Atlanta, 55-minute delays. These are all due to thunderstorms. Also weather delays right now in Chicago, Philadelphia, and New York. So it's pretty much settled along the East Coast where we're having all of our travel problems. But taking it out west, as I said, much more pleasant day out that way. Few storms popping up around Seattle and some enhanced afternoon heating thunderstorms and even some mixed precipitation over the Rockies right now. This is all due to this low pressure system that has formed out over the Great Plains. It's moving now off to the east, but it's helping to enhance some of this afternoon heating across the Rockies down towards Phoenix. Areas that are certainly happy to have some of this rain, but this will continue on into the night as before easing off in the overnight hours. Taking it over to the east just a little bit, we're going to see Chicago getting some very heavy rain right now, as back through Iowa. But this is all part of this system that extends well up into Wisconsin, into Michigan, throughout much of the Ohio River Valley, just bringing in a lot of rain. This was actually part of the same system that came through our area last week. It has now moved up and has become this system here. As we move to the south, though, we can see again some heavy storms back across the Texas-Louisiana border, up into Mississippi and Alabama. And we're going to see here, we've got some storms here in South Texas. This could actually be some stronger thunderstorms as the nighttime progresses. These are going to continue to track off to the east as a cold front comes in and starts to push some of this stuff out over the next couple of days. Moving back to the northeast, they've had some beautiful dry weather, some really clear weather in Boston and Bangor, throughout Vermont and the upper Appalachian areas. But this system is starting to move in now. It's going to move that dry air out. We've got some of the wet stuff on the way. It's coming through New York City right now and in New Jersey. Trenton getting some sizable rain right now, as in the northern Pennsylvania regions and New York. Moving further south, though, this is where we're getting into some of the heavier stuff. Flood watches now across Virginia and western North Carolina, as well as western South Carolina, up through the Appalachians. Some of those chances for rainwater coming off the mountains there, piling up. But it's a little bit heavier as we get back into West Virginia and southern Ohio. Some of this stuff moving up into Cleveland right now. But this is, again, moving off to the east, which will continue the rain chances for the next couple of days in this area. As we see in the southeast, this is where the heavy stuff is. The enhanced heating of the day has caused a sea breeze to form, bringing up this line of thunderstorms, push some severe weather through Jacksonville, parts of the East Coast around St. Augustine earlier. Most of that is clearing out. It's dying down a little bit now. That should be starting to move out of the way, but this will continue for the next couple of days. Taking a look at the rainfall forecast for the next couple of days, bringing this cold front brings some of this rain on out of here. The heavy stuff starts to move out of the way, just a little bit coming up. And we see that tonight we have lows very mild across the United States, and highs tomorrow. Again, muggy in the south, cooler in the north. But we're going to take one last look at your local forecast with John.